In this lecture, we're going to talk about explicit and recursive functions. So first, let's look at the word explicit. The general form of explicit is going to be f of x equals delta x plus f of 0. So let's write the explicit function for each table. For your delta, you're going to get that by finding the change of your y values. Now in this table, the change of your y values is plus 2. For the next one, the change in your y values is plus 3. And for the last table, the change in your y values is minus 0.5. Now your f of 0 is going to come from the input of 0. What do you get for your output? For the first one I get 3. For the second one I get negative 7. And for the third one I get 2. So now you need to write your function. You're going to get f of x equals delta x plus f of 0. For the next table I get f of x equals delta x plus f of 0. Notice I put minus 7 because f of 0 is a negative 7. For the last table, I get f of x equals negative 0.5x for your delta plus 2. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is recursive functions. The general form of a recursive function is f of x equals f of 0 if x equals 0, and then f of x minus 1 plus delta if x is greater than 0. So when you talk about recursive functions, everything is going to be the same except for your f of 0 and your delta. Now I've already found the f of 0 and the delta for all the tables. So I'm just going to plug that into the recursive formula. So for the first one I get f of x equals, my f of 0 is 3 when x equals 0, and then f of x minus 1 plus my delta if x is greater than 0. For my second table, I get f of x equals, I start at negative 7 when x equals 0, then f of x minus 1 plus 3 when x is greater than 0. And finally, for my third table, I get f of x equals, my f of 0 is going to be 2 when x equals 0, and then f of x minus 1 minus 0.5 when x is greater than 0.